Hello, everybody, fellow Earthlings, humans, humanitarians, and otherwise. Welcome back to Project World Peace. This is Windhorse here with some downloads for you. If you've got the time for a little humor and a little upgrade of consciousness modality. So here we go. I basically feel like I'm reporting to the human race about the human race since the early 60s. This I is actually more one with everything than singular in its perspective now, due to all the meditation and reflection and contemplation that is a lost human art. We do a little of it in our sleep at night, but we don't address it during the day, so it makes the days tougher. And here we are. Humanity is not looking as good as it could. There's some bright stars out there, but generally speaking, there's an unknowingness that is pervading humanity that we in the World Peace Consortium have been asked to get you talking about and considering for your own existence. Because as we get older physically, we realize physicality is limited. Then what happens? Okay, not going to go into religion, not going to go into spirituality, going to go into the ancient tradition that's been lost. Going in here, babe, going in here. That's the lost tradition. We think we can get everything from outside in the physical world, or even interpretations of more metaphysical, but out in the physical world, idolatry, etc. So, the ancient way of humans, through most of evolution, as shared with me by my friends who are timeless. Once again, me as MI, small I, big U. Humanity's going through growing pain that, much like a terminal cancer diagnosis, uh, can set it back a few pegs. Thinking survival and things like that in the physical realm. These are things that are temporary. We see past them going deeper and deeper in here. Just 5 minutes in the morning before you start your day, sit on the edge of the bed. Think about your breathing in your nose, out your mouth if you can, or your ears if you're a circus performer. Uh, just think about your breathing for 5 minutes before you get up into your day. You know, even if you're in a rush to the loo, like some of you when you first get up in the morning, you can do it right there. Just get your groove on, get into your breathing, and realize that with breath comes more light, just like a fire. So, uh, this channel hasn't really been focusing on taking off in any major way for any major reason other than to get people talking about deeper thinking, uh, understanding what's in here completely before we make decisions about how to interact with the world and the universe. It kind of helps a balancing process that shields peace, sheds peace. So this is going to be a short series on engineering peace. This physical body has been carrying a spirit that's been studying engineering and peace since the early 60s. And, even if it's just humorous, what you hear as you listen. So, engineering peace. Huh. How many people even consider that nowadays? That's kind of alarming. So engineering peace. Isn't that just a given? Well, as it happens, there's more to it than that. It's more simple. It's more profound. It's more all-inclusive. There's enough for everyone. No one's going to try to monopolize it. This is a place we find in here, folks. Taking the time to breathe as we're awake, transcending for a moment like we had maybe in the night's sleep before, transcending our pure physical identity just long enough to be able to keep a foot in both worlds, spirit and body. Of course, the mind is there somewhere between, trying to negotiate. This is why it can be so hard up here if you're not in touch with this through breath. These are just the basic rudiments of engineering peace that we've forgotten. It is important to go in and find our own path to that. That's why we're here. Because then if we're at peace, we can be more peaceful with people. And let's get a little more. Let's get some piece of peace. Pizza. That's good too. But really, it's easier than you think. Once you think a little deeper beyond you to your link to everything. Now, that seems like a leap, but all humans have the capacity to go inside to make the connection with what's outside. This has been suppressed through history by certain systems that want to suppress you from contacting the universe, and they want to be the interpreter themselves, and I'll leave you to interpret what that might mean for them versus you, because that's how it is in their mind. It's not us and them. It's all about us getting along here. We're learning to get along here, and those that think that fighting with those that we don't understand as a way of resolving the issue are missing the deeper points that come through a lifetime of martial arts. And most important martial art is actually learning how to study the self so you can defend yourself and create a neutrality, an equilibrium that gives the aggressive side a pause to maybe take a little more perspective into the next move, which might eventually lead to them from making a more ugly move that hurts more people because they can't connect in here yet. So, engineering peace. Man forgot how to do it because man has been caught up in the glitter and the glam and the overpopulation that tends to happen when we're not thinking here as much as here or there or okay, not too much Robin Williams comedy for this portion because this is the human calendar year 2026. That's like a star date. It's a random relative number that we like to put on what's going on. First new day of the new year, people making resolutions. There's a real simple, silent, and effective resolution to make. Every human can do it. Even if they're only thinking it, they haven't figured out how to do it physically. And it's to somehow find a little more peace of mind, other pieces of eight. Uh, Once again, I'm not going to go into the gutter with it. uh, yeah, the piecing peace together. That's the engineering of peace. And we've forgotten the tradition. It's long lost and forgotten. Those who carry the wisdom tradition peace.